Welcome to Roo Code Office Hours. My name is Hannes Rudolph, and I'm here with Qwen3 Coder, Adam, Dan, and Murilo. Dan and Murilo are staff at Roo Code, as am I, and Adam is a guest here. He has his own YouTube channel, does a great job, so please check him out. His link will be in the description of the video. Thank you for joining us. Hey Adam, how you doing today?
Great, thanks for having me on. Living the dream with all these open source models that are coming out, that's for sure.
Yeah? Oh, I have somehow made everything vanish. Okay, there. Got the recording back. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you're talking about? Open source models, what's got you excited?
I think the one that if any of you follow me, you probably are sick of hearing me talk about it, but Qwen3 Coder just kind of blows my mind how well that model has come out, and it performs incredibly well in Roo Code.
Yeah.
On par with what I would say Claude 4 Sonnet is in Roo Code. There are a couple downsides to it.
What are those?
The price can actually get up there due to lack of prompt caching on some of the providers, and then no vision capabilities. But otherwise, very, very optimistic about how Qwen's moving forward there.
Yeah. Dan, Murilo.
Yeah, Hannes?
I have not. Dan and Murilo, have you guys given it a go?
Yes, I have.
No.
I was actually testing it yesterday, and I also felt like it did a pretty good job. Like, I've been comparing daily on Roo Code. We've been using mostly Opus. And yeah, of course, we don't have any issues with it. But I was using Qwen3 Coder yesterday on some personal projects, and I actually think that it did a very good job, especially for its price.
Interesting. How about you,
That's
Dan?
awesome.
I haven't tried it yet at all. But now that I'm hearing this, I'd probably give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah, be very picky about your provider, because if you get a provider from OpenRouter that's got it like quantized down, you'll get poor results. So just
Okay.
pay close attention to that.
Okay, so here I'm going to share my screen and show you. I created one here, Qwen3, and selected Qwen3 Coder from OpenRouter. Now, what provider? Where is it? Here.
Okay, so set your temperature and set your provider to Alibaba.
Okay, and temperature. Or to custom temperature. What should I set that to?
Set it to 0.7.
Oh, that's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now.
Flappy Bird again?
I don't even have that. I don't even have that prompt right now. Let me just look if I can get that. One of our viewers begged me not to do Flappy Birds again, but I don't know.
One begged you to not do it? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We could probably try a different one if you want. Do you have other prompts that you have in mind? I have a bunch. I could send you one if you want.
I don't know. I mean, Flappy Bird seems like we can sort of
classic at this point.
Yeah, and we can see how it compared to other videos. If anyone's been watching along with us for a few weeks, then they would have seen the various outcomes, including Opus not making an excellent looking product that didn't fully work without a few more follow-up prompts. I know there's always that chance, but okay, here we go. I'm going to do it in code mode. Nothing fancy here. Ready for this? Here we go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
She has begun.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Yeah, are you using Alibaba too when you do it in real life?
I selected the wrong prompt here. Hold on a sec. Okay, where's my office hours? Here, let's talk about something else while I figure this out. Here, Adam, camera's on you.
All right. Oh man, that's funny.
What have you built with Qwen? What kind of tests have you been running or evals?
So my day job is building Raelion, where we basically are building like you can kind of think of it like Cursor, but for D2C marketers. So basically end to end from email planning, campaigns, all the way to email generation. And when I'm testing a model, I typically use it for several days. I just forced myself to just use that model.
Just replace your main model with that.
Yep. I feel like it's the best way. I mean, I also run tests and stuff to it, but tests are only like a data point. To me, it's like I will see some things perform well on tests, but then I go to actually use it day to day, and it'll feel like garbage, you know, for any various number of reasons. Like it could be just incredibly slow. It could be very verbose. It could also just be, it could have a lot of tool call failures that happen as the context gets built up.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that I was working on with Qwen3 Coder was pretty heavy, like on the back end side. So I did do some front end stuff, but I was mainly working like back end side, really our chat streaming system, some function calling, tooling, API type stuff. And it worked well.
Okay, well, we do have it going again. It's moving pretty quick. And let's see what it's doing here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that is very interesting to me about this model, as you kind of watch it,
Okay.
to like before Kimi K2, Qwen3 Coder, a lot of those, you would immediately start getting tool call failures pretty much in every AI coding tool, like Roo Code as well. Like these models just were not good at following the prompts.
And if they followed it like 80% of the time, you'd be like, damn, this is so much better than before. But when you're using Sonnet all the time, it just doesn't. It fails, and it's frustrating. But you look at it, and it's like 1% of the time.
Totally, 100%. And when I've used Qwen3 Coder, I think maybe one or two times out of the hundreds of times that I've actually called tools with it, maybe even thousands of times at this point.
Here, look, I haven't had a tool call failure.
Yeah,
it followed the suggestion to create a to-do list if it's complicated, which is part of the system prompt. It jumped right into that.
It's great. And it does a good job, like because the other thing you'll see with a lot of models pre these was that it could edit code in your existing repos, but it would like reformat everything. And it was the most annoying thing ever trying to do any sort of.
It wouldn't follow the tone or the current code style. It would just sort of go like, here's the way I code Node, you know, or whatever. And this is it. Here's the way I code TypeScript. Here's the way I code JavaScript. And too bad.
Yep, exactly. So it's I'm curious. This should work. I'm pretty optimistic about this actually generating a working version, but we'll see. Flappy Bird can be tricky at times.
Well, you know what? I'm okay with it requiring a follow-up to, say I'll correct the physics a little. That's no problem. There is a bit of randomness going on there. But how well does it get to what I actually asked? I asked for a specific thing. What I expect from this is a dashboard or an entry page that has, 3 buttons in the center. That's generally what I get from this. And one is, one for each game. So.
Yeah, and it's just cruising, no tool call failures or anything. Anybody there's been a few people that have complained about Qwen3 Coder, and every time I ask them, it's because they haven't selected a provider, they're on a quantized version, or they don't have temperature set correctly. So one thing that I would say is, like, I know this is kind of tedious setup for a lot of people, but that's one of the reasons why like testing open models in Roo Code is so awesome, because I can actually play around with those settings without having to do any kind of workarounds on it.
And which temperature did we set?
0.7.
Okay.
Either way, if you get a model to not fail using tool calls and editing files, even if you need to like give it more instructions, follow up, if it doesn't fail at using the tools, it's actually a pretty decent model. You can do a lot with that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, if all I need to do is adjust my workflow to work with its subtleties, that's a lot different than simply going, well, my workflow is totally broken, right? If I noticed Sonnet and Gemini 2.5, they have different flavors. I have to sort of give them instructions a little differently. That's okay. And so if I've got one more in the mix, big deal.
Absolutely. I
feel like sometimes that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, was just saying that I feel like there's three types of models. The ones that fail at tool call but are actually smart. Like you see this with OpenAI O series.
Yep.
They probably fail a lot with tools, but are actually very smart, good models for planning. The models that are good with tools but have trouble planning or implementing something complex, you need to babysit them. And the models that fail at both, basically.
Yep.
Hey, have you guys noticed something's going on here with my screen? I'm going to show you. Look at this.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not popping up when it edits.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yep.
interesting.
Yes.
This here is one of the new features we've added this week. It's experimental right now. It's background editing. Prevent editor focus disruption when enabled. File edits happen in the background without opening diff views or stealing focus. You can continue working uninterrupted while Roo Code makes changes. Files can be opened without focus to capture the diagnostics or keep closed entirely. So I'm going to switch
That's
to
sweet.
our notes here. Let's look at that. I buried it down here at the bottom of the notes because I'm going to put it at the top of the notes once it's out of experimental, but this is sort of a sneak peek. I don't think most people get to the bottom, down to the miscellaneous improvements, because really there's nothing exciting here generally. So I hit it there on purpose. But we did make a section for it.
Yeah. Basically, this is just a step we plan on. You want to, even if you're editing in the background, you want to get some feedback on what's going on. Right now, if you're using Git, like source control, you can see the changes happening on your source control tab. We want to show that on Roo as well. But this is like the first step, and it works pretty well. Like if you just run on autopilot, you're vibe coding, you want to work on something else on your VS Code, this works pretty well.
Okay. It has been a very requested feature.
Yes.
Okay, so why didn't it launch on its own? I don't know. Oh, because I have an instruction that says don't ever start servers.
I was wondering that too, because I use that all the time. That's interesting.
Yes. I'm impressed. There's a good chance that that instruction doesn't get followed. Okay, so what we have here is a very ugly site, but it has lots of modern elements to it. So it is very much an MVP. The word fun is bouncing, so it must be fun. Let's try Flappy Birds. Press space. Start game. Okay.
Oh, dang, that's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a lot of bounce for him.
Okay, so all in all, I'm probably just not that skilled.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
but that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Tic-tac-toe. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's restart. I'm going to go here. Adam, where do you want me to? Center?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Top right.
Okay. Uh-oh.
All right. Yeah. Left center.
Pardon? Left center?
Yeah. Gotta block you. It's gonna be a tie.
I can't help it. I'm just so skilled at this game.
Yeah. Bottom center. Yeah. Don't you click that one? That would get it.
Oh man.
But it works pretty well. It detected the draw. That's great.
Snake game. Okay. Start game. Use the arrow.
Oh, this one looks interesting.
Oh.
I'm not sure about this one.
Well, but it's still it still works. You can have a blank screen, something that doesn't move, but it's a bit wonky, but it works.
What a weird design.
That's really surprising.
Yeah.
It's like it's using like Excel cells for the snake.
Honestly, I don't know. I've just been.
That was really quick, guys.
I'm
that's
impressive. Model, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really impressive.
Let's roll back. let's get rid of our folders here.
I feel like that's even better than what Gemini made last time.
It was Opus that
I know
failed last time.
This is only like one data point, but I have a billiards game that I always run, and Qwen3 Coder nails it. Opus and Claude 4 Sonnet always mess up the physics, and Gemini 2.5 Pro, it's usually pretty good, but it messes up like the board state typically, like the placement of the balls and everything.
Yeah,
So it's a solid model, honestly. Oh yeah, you're gonna try Orchestrator. I have not tried this, so I'm very curious how this is gonna work.
Here we go.
Oh, you're doing the Orchestrator now?
Yeah, I'm gonna see how badly we can. I don't know, make something way more complicated than it needs to be. Maybe we'll see.
That's cool.
There's just a chance that they were watching our podcast when doing the training, and we're like, we're gonna make sure Flappy Birds does right.
Yeah.
That was that. That's the only reason why this works. Okay. Now we have some cool new features. Let's dive into them. Well, that does its thing. Okay, here, let's go to the top. We have slash commands. Down here, you can see we have this new thing called slash commands. And you can create a new slash command and, I don't know, test command. It's like a workflow. Hit the plus button and brief description of what it does. This makes Flappy Birds. Oops. And then we're going to go to our history. Actually, we'll just go here. Oh my. Okay, history and create a visually appealing Flappy Birds. Done. Put that here. Apparently the copy button did not work very well. Okay, it's flickering. I have a child knocking out my door.
There you go.
Yes. Come in.
We have a visitor.
We have a new guest.
Hey, you want to say hi on the camera?
Hello.
Hi.
He can't hear you, but here, Harrison, they can hear you now.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Nothing? Okay, back to work. Close the door, please. Okay, I seem to be... my video is going funky. Okay, so it's still doing its thing. Back to our notes here. So we made a test.md, and actually I am going to rename this to... let's rename that to Flappy. Now, when you type Flappy, makes Flappy Birds.
Random question with this, because I actually really love this feature, because this is an awesome addition. Can you add extra context past the command? So I got to do /Flappy and then add like something
Argument?
else after it. Yeah. Can I do /Flappy make, I don't know, for me I use it a lot for like planning or workflow. So a lot of times I'll define like a workflow in those, and then after it I'll be like, this is the problem that I actually want to solve. And it'll go through and kind of build out analyzing through that workflow that I gave it.
So you can put argument hands. So I could say
nice.
I could say here, I don't know.
But you can, like, even without this, you can also like add something else. This is just like a hint, right?
Yep.
It doesn't even.
Yes.
It isn't like required argument.
It's just so that you know when using that command, it's expecting you to provide something.
That's
it
awesome.
Does not actually parse it and inject it anywhere.
Yeah. That's really nice.
That is super nice.
So yeah. that we'll. I guess I should have used that for this to show this off, eh? Oh well, it's too late.
It's on the CSS now, so hopefully it's about done, and we can try it again.
Well, I'm going to save that, and I actually want to put this as a Flappy Bird. And then I'm going to hit plus, put that there. I'm going to delete that one. So now I have it in my global commands, so I can use that next week, no problem.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a massive addition. I love that.
Well, okay, let's explore a few more while Roo does its thing. There are instructions right here on how to use it. It's great for workflow automation, turn complex multi-step processes into single commands. It makes it easy to share these files. You saw I just switched it from a workspace command to a global command with just copy and pasting. And yeah, take a look at these docs. We'll include a link to the /command guide in our video description. Next, we have message queuing. This one is interesting. I don't want to break this to show you, so let's create another window and add that to our view. Add window. Okay. Aha. So I could say, I don't know. I'm going to ask mode here, and I'm going to throw it into, let's throw it into 2.5 Pro. And say, I don't know, what's a question I should ask Google? And, if I were asking Google something, let's see if Roo can answer it. What is the latest version of the Roo Code? Let's see what happens. In the meanwhile, Google it. See, I just queued a message right there. And that message, Gemini's thinking about it. It's already searching it, so I don't even need to type it. Look at that. Found the latest version right here.
Yeah, that's correct.
Huh. Ta-da.
There you go.
Oh, that leads me into the other feature here. I'm going to jump over this one. I'll come back to this. Gemini modes can now access web content and perform Google searches for more accurate, up-to-date responses. This is an interesting feature. You can easily enable it in your settings here. You need to use the Google Gemini provider. I guess it's AI Studio, Google AI Studio. And you go down here and select Enable Grounding with Google Search. Do not create a mode for this. Or create a specific. See, I have AI Studio. I should probably rename this to web. Add web there, because you don't want to use this for everything. If you use it for everything, then sometimes it just decides to search.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to search.
So if you're using for code mode and you just want to code something, it might actually trigger the search depending on what basically the model decides. So it might mess with your code mode. So yeah. I would use this for a researcher mode, something like a mode that searches for libraries like Context 7 if you ever use that MCP.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good idea for that.
Okay. Well, back to the queuing for a second here. If you saw, we were able to easily throw a message right on top. We just punched it in. What was doing its thing, and what it would do is that message that you have queued up will basically inject into the message that you have queued up will inject on the next API call, or I think it's the next approve when it's time for the next. Typically would be an auto approve command. So if you were going in here and I disabled that it would go, okay, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Well, it would inject it, I believe, before or after that. I put it in the docs here. The world's a bit of a blur. So, yeah, you can edit them, but you really don't have a lot of time to edit them because the next turn is happening pretty damn quick. Adam, have you given this queuing a try?
No, I have not. I actually just made some notes of some things to try today. So I'm going to be giving this a try. And I'm also excited about background edits and custom slash commands. You guys have been cooking, man.
Well, instead of hitting cancel in the middle, like you start typing something and it starts reading some files, and you're like, okay, that's not so bad. You need to restart the whole thing, but then you hit cancel, and then you quickly and it's halfway through reading a file, and you hit cancel. So now your context is, funky, and then you're like, oh yeah, and this, you give it a follow up. Well, now you don't need to do that. Just type and this, enter, and it will go in. You can say like, hey, when this is all done, add another item at the end of my to-do list to do this, and then it should add that to the list, and then just continue on where it's going.
Yeah, what I would do to achieve the same result is disable, click the checkbox for auto approve, basically disable all auto approve, and then I could send the message. But not with this, now just queue it, and it will basically do the same thing. On the next approve, if you have it disabled, on the next time that you will get prompt with approving or rejecting, it would send the message there.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly how I did it too. Is I would just disable auto approve and then wait and then type it in. Yeah.
Now it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Should I throw something in here, or you think I'm going to break our very finely calculated test? Interesting. It. How do we get
still
from there?
going, huh?
I did it all at once. Okay, we're back. Interesting. For architect, it never bothered making a to-do list. Oh, I should probably put that on screen so people can see it, eh?
No, we're seeing it.
Yeah, we see it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have it on the video, on the recording, though. It wasn't up.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I mean, that's really impressive.
It's so good. It's not failing at all. I'm curious what it's going to do. I honestly haven't tried it with Orchestrator mode, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to work.
It's really impressive that it's not failing with tools, edits, anything like that. That's really, really good.
You guys know when you... Oh, go ahead.
To say, it's honestly the first open weight model where I could see myself coding with it full time and not being frustrated. For some reason. I
feel like this is... I hate YouTube videos that have the person sitting there and some total this is the sonnet killer or something. This would be the closest thing that I would consider using that as a whatchamacallit, as a headline for this video, with me making a ridiculous look or wearing a pirate hat or something.
There you go.
Because this is really, really impressive. I mean, when we ran Grok, I know it's not a coding model, but it just didn't touch this.
Yeah.
Is it cheaper than Sonnet 4? I mean, depending on the provider, but this provider, Alibaba, is it cheaper than Sonnet 4?
Sure it is. Well, let me see.
Yeah, pulling up the price.
That's great, because if you want to code and you don't want to spend all your savings on Sonnet, that is really impressive for a cheap model.
Where's Qwen go? QW.
It's like half the price of
Qwen3.
Sonnet.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
The one thing I do want to test though is these FP8 versions. So there's some which one did I see before? I want one with good, like Paracel, for example, has one that's $2 on the input, $3.50 on the output, which is 2/3 the price of Claude, and then what would that be, 1/4 the price? And it's got pretty good. So I would like to actually test some of those too to see how well they perform.
Yeah. Okay, where are we? Oh, go ahead.
Another provider that I've seen, it actually works pretty well. I'm not sure about the price. Let me see. Is GMI Cloud. That provider, I was using it like way back with DeepSeek V3. I feel like that provider is pretty good as well. Not sure if with this model it is, but maybe
Yeah,
it's
I know.
worth
I was
giving it a
looking at
try.
that one, and maybe
Hey,
they're going to
whoa,
change.
whoa, hold on a sec. Did you guys see who's in the chat here? We got AI Code King.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Welcome. Sorry, I interrupted you. I was just shocked. He's like a celebrity. I mean, almost has 100,000 followers on the YouTubes.
Yeah, I watch
Sorry, I
his
interrupted
videos
you.
to get news.
Yeah?
He's good at
If
keeping
I
up
open
on
my
stuff.
YouTube right now, there's very likely one of his videos on my recommendations. It's just that
Okay.
it's easier to get my news on YouTube about AI stuff, and there's always one of his videos there.
Well,
Nice.
then let's make sure we link him in the link his YouTube page in our description of the video. Sorry, I totally rudely interrupted you, Adam.
Yeah, no worries. The only I was just going to say with the GMI Cloud, right now they have a context limit of 33K, which is why I haven't tested them. I don't know why
Oh,
they
I
did
see.
that, but
I see.
it's pretty much unusable.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
not good.
Okay. We're back here. It's still going. I mean, this is going to take a long time. Okay, one thing it doesn't seem to get is it does all the work and then it checks things off. So it's not following our to-do list very well. It's following the to-do list, but it's not updating it
Updating it.
as it goes. And if I didn't have the option to force it to not be able to complete a task without the specific requirement of completing that list, then it probably wouldn't. We have a little hidden gem here.
I have to keep an eye on
let's
that.
see.
I don't know if I've noticed that directly.
Well, here we have Roo Code. We have a setting down here. And it prevent task completion when there is incomplete to-do list in the to-dos in the to-do list. And so what it appears to be doing is it's following it. It's not checking them off. And then at the end, it gets jolted by Roo saying, well, you can't attempt completion without completing this. And then it goes, okay, check.
Cool.
But still, like it checks if the items are actually complete. Like, for example, if it failed to create a file that is on the list, maybe when you get jolted by it, when it gets jolted, goes back and creates it. I wonder if that's the case. Or it's just like, oh, I'm just going to ignore the to-do list.
Yeah.
I wonder what.
Yeah. Can I ask you, Dan? Do you have any idea why this checkbox is over here in settings?
Yes. That was added mostly for Remote, so Roo Cloud. As it basically was an emergency setting addition because, well, we needed that setting there, but I think we can move it to somewhere, maybe auto approve settings section, so you can do that in there. Yeah, that seems like a good place to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it.
We'll get into that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I don't. I just enabled it yesterday. I'm going to disable it and see what happens. Okay, it is viewing the folder.
Adding the final touches.
Yes,
Oh,
it's checking the
a
folder
lot of
because
files.
I disabled under where is it context. I disabled. It cannot see my folder because I wanted it to. Yesterday, I was experimenting, going, what if instead of giving it access to see a certain numbers of folders and files, etc., what if I just forced it to explore that every single time? And I tell you what, I don't think I'm going back. I'm liking it. So, wow, that's a really 26 items on the list.
I was looking at that.
Whoa.
It's got 4 pages on there. That's hilarious.
This is interesting.
So,
Okay,
Hannes,
let's jump.
quickly.
Oh, yes, sir.
Someone is asking, anyone here have a UI UX mode? Do you want to show them the marketplace? Maybe.
We've got modes here, and we do have various modes. I don't think we have one for
But there's one that allows you to create more modes.
So there we go. Mode writer.
There you
That's
go.
the one. Yes.
So if you
use that, go ahead.
If you want to create that mode, you can give that. You can go to the marketplace, install that mode, give it the instructions that you want. Maybe the stylings that you prefer. If you have a UI library that you want, you can create a mode for that.
Yeah, it's much better to create a custom mode for things like this because you can, like Dan said, you can say what you prefer to use. For example, if you have a specific library package for UI that you like better, then you can just tell it to the mode writer and it will include it into the mode instructions for the new mode that you're creating.
Yeah.
There you go.
Murilo's been working on modes like a maniac this week. So
yeah.
Okay, I am switching back to where we are release notes. I'm going to zoom them in a bit this time. I was on the read file image support. This is an interesting one because at first when I saw it, I thought, what am I going to use that for? I know some people could come up with an answer to that pretty quickly. And then when I was building docs yesterday for this, I was able to put the screenshots in the images folder and point it there and have it place them, tell it to look at the images and then place them accordingly in the docs section, the specific docs file I was working on. And that made it much easier. Previously, I would put it in the folder and then I'd say, okay, this one, go, here's what it is. Or I'd copy it and paste it in there over and over. So that's a pretty useful feature if you can work that into your workflow.
Nice. So basically, you can ask it to read the image, open the image, and it would know what the image is. So if you're like classifying, moving them to specific folders, it will know where it goes because it knows what the image is. That's really nice. Really interesting.
So I am going to try something here. Let's see if... Okay, let's see where we are here. Okay, it's still doing its thing. And I've got one more screen here. I'm going to say... I'm going to get it to see if it can pull some images from the internet. Download 10 cat images. I wonder what's going to happen.
Is it ask mode capable of doing that? Oh, you're using grounding?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I'll probably find some links to images. I'm not sure about downloading them.
Here, hold on a second. Hold on. Search the web for 10 cat images and then use curl to download them. Okay, that's doing its thing. I had never tried this before. I don't know what's going to happen. This could be a big mess. How do you use the AI Studio version of Gemini? I go to... Let's see. AIstudio.com. AIstudio.google.com/API key. And you go and you get your API key. Okay, back to here, and okay. Apparently, it didn't find them. No idea. It did search the web, though. Okay, copy image. Ah, there we go. I guess I don't even have it open in a folder. There's that.
Yes, you can. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work with the subscription. You need to pay per use. Every time you use an API, you have to pay per use most of the time. For Gemini, yes, you need to pay per token. I think there's a free tier that you can use, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
there's. And it's, I think it's quite rate limited, but if you just create a mode for research, for example, maybe you can fit that into the free rate limits if it's not going to be used very often, you know. So you can create a mode just for research that uses the free API key, and when it needs to do a web search, it's going to switch to that mode or delegate to it and do the quick web search, then come back.
Ah. Use the read file tool. I think we need to tweak that some, so when you mention it, it has the same effect.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay. Queued up. Based on the image provided, I see a ginger cat peacefully sleeping on cozy cream-colored kitten blanket. Yada, yada, yada. So, if you mention it, it does not see it like that. But you can say, hey, check that folder out. Grab all those files and, look over them and put them where they need to go in this doc or this website. We are going to add it. So when you mention it, that works. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, basically this adds the ability for the model to read images, to actually see the images on its own. You don't need to mention them anymore for it to process them. So now it can read the images on its own.
Yeah. Okay. We have cute cat picture. Okay, image supported in the read file tool. More updates coming to that soon. We already went over the Gemini tools, URL context and Google search. Oh, hey. So let's see.
You need to enable it. That setting probably is disabled for you.
What do you mean?
That's a different setting. If you go to the
Where's that one?
thing,
Enable URL context.
There you go.
Okay. Without that mentioning. It can just check out URLs. So I could include URLs of like various docs.
Oh.
Look, that's just a regular Gemini response from time to time. Doesn't always hit the mark. It gets there. Examine the URL. Aha. I'm sorry, I did not have the ability to access external. What's the tool name? What do I say to it, Dan? Oh, I didn't start out. Yeah, I did. I started out with that. Enable URL context. Okay, it didn't save it.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we fixed that bug. There was a problem with the bottom one, but maybe the top one is not.
I don't think it was saved again. I think I saw the checkbox flashing out.
No, we got it this time. Okay, we're going to do a patch for that. You want to write that down?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Guess I should have been showing my screen the whole time. I just need to stay on this. No more faces. It's thinking, it's thinking. Accessing. Okay, well, just pretend I didn't show that one at all. It'll work later today. Sorry about that. Oof.
Oh.
Okay.
Random questions, Dan, like on stuff like that. Is that using the kind of tag-based tool calling, or is that using like native function calling for things like that?
It's using the native request for grounding, and it's not a tool call. It's something that the model itself runs, like in the background. It has some other
Got it.
injected system prompt somewhere. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not calling any tools on Roof. That's what you're asking.
Yep.
No.
That's sort of what I was wondering. It's like, is it doing? Because I saw it do like it said, I'm going to use the read URL. At least I think that's what it said. And I was
Yes.
curious
Yeah.
if you had like if that was like a tool call for like read URL that was actually going to fetch the page or something.
No. If that tool exists for that model, it's something that is included, before.
Internally.
Yeah, internally.
Very
Exactly.
Cool. Okay, well, it will be more cool when it works. Okay,
Yeah.
so next thing. This doesn't seem that big, but Markdown table rendering. I think this is big. I mean, this is the real big change, I swear. Now, instead of seeing ugly tables, you actually get to see a table inline in your chat.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
Yeah, there were a
So
couple
the
of things.
Flappy Bird is still going?
Yeah, I
That's
threw
what
an
I'm worried about,
orchestrator mode.
actually.
Orchestrator is like unlimited mode; it just goes.
We're going to have like an entire
9 out of
platform.
26.
Did you
Look
saw
at your
that?
price though.
What is that? Can you click the to-do list? So it's, yeah.
It's adding SEO.
I mean, I didn't tell it not to.
No, that's good.
Let's see. Holy smokes!
Yeah, it's doing
It's adding
everything.
SEO. Yes.
Oh, here.
Social sharing. There you go.
Let's remove SEO and social sharing completely from this list. Oops. From this.
That
Okay.
is so funny.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
There you go. So see, message queuing, pretty useful.
Yeah. There we go. I could say, we are making this app on a live demo and need to wrap it up soon. Can you simplify things so we can see our amazing work?
Your prompts are just perfect.
Okay, that's queued up.
And then you said you can like click in there and edit it if you wanted to. So you could just like click
Yeah,
on
I
it.
could,
Oh,
but
that's sick. Yeah. I'm
good
not
luck
saying you should.
editing it in time.
That's awesome.
Let's see what happens. I have it half edited. It's still thinking. The reason why it looks like it's going slow, by the way, is with all the background stuff going on, there's not a lot of feedback. See, so I was editing it, and it took the one that wasn't edited because I didn't save that queued one. So really, the editing queued messages to me is not that useful because things move pretty quick. So you better edit it fast.
So you are running
it.
One of the issues that I hit a lot if you let this run too long is I don't think OpenRouter has built-in caching for Alibaba. So then the price will start going up once you get over like 100,000. Even though it says supports prompt caching, the price it just doesn't make sense to me how that could be prompt or caching properly.
Well, it definitely is not sending back any cache statistics.
It's not.
Yeah, that model, that flag that says supports prompt caching probably comes from OpenRouter. So they are reporting caching, but it's not actually caching anything.
Oh, depending on the provider, it doesn't always line up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take a look at another few features before we're done. We've got 9 minutes to go. Okay, we have mode selector popover. This has changed. Mode selector now adds a search. Once you
Thank you
have
for that.
a number of modes, we put it back, and we put the settings so you can go to your modes very easily, and the marketplace right there at the bottom, and then also this little info blurb. Secondly, we've got a similar thing for this. We already had search, but now we added an explanation of to what this actually does. When you first start up, you don't have that. And the edit button, so a shortcut to get in there. Instead of scrolling all the way down your list, you used to hit the edit. You can now just click, you're in. If you don't want to go up there for some reason. Okay, next is, okay, we went by that. Sticky task modes. Okay, tasks, remember, oh, this is cool. This is very cool. So check this out. I'm going to create a new task in code. Blah. Now, I'm going to cancel out of this. And I'm going to go to my recent tasks. Whoa. This was done in Ask. This was done in code. It remembers. So, no more trying to figure out what mode you left off in a task if you go back to it.
That's awesome.
No, someone asked about the OR in the names that you have. OR, I think it's just Open Router. It's just his naming convention for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The escape key, that's just making it so that when we had these popovers, the escape key wasn't closing them. And then just a few other little things. Bug fixes, lots of bug fixes. We will put a link to this in the video description. So, Adam, what are your thoughts on where we are with this Orchestrator? Do you think this is a fault of Orchestrator, or this is a Qwen thing? Maybe we need to fine tune Orchestrator a bit.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more testing on it, but it just seemed to like over-engineer everything. Like it went way.
Yeah, the orchestrator.
Yeah.
Sorry. The orchestrator definitely does over-engineer. If you send it a simple prompt like the Flappy Bird, that's what I will mention in the other podcasts. That like if you want to work on more complicated projects that you need to do the documentation and you need to split it up into different parts, then yes, I think the orchestrator can do a much better job than just giving it to the code mode. But when it's a simple project like this, like a simple website, it starts to like overcomplicate everything. Like it was working on SEO and basically a lot of stuff that we didn't need for this.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'll set up the CTA button styling. We really need to just close this up. Bare minimum.
It's even at an ARIA label. Like it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's all a matter of prompt engineering too. Like if you started the
100%.
orchestrator and said that we needed to get an MVP done as soon as possible, then it probably would have simplified this workflow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't know the context to which it's running. Like, it doesn't know that it needs to finish fast unless you tell it to, right?
Okay, did a bit of overlapping, but I mean, it's doing an absolutely fabulous job. Not at all the bare minimum when you threw in an orchestrator. So, definitely went the extra mile because it did an architect, I think, first. Let's play Flappy Birds, start game.
Does it work?
Oh, it has a city background.
Oh, wow, this is much better.
Scroll up a little bit, Hannes.
Dude, that is incredibly good.
It keeps going down on its own when I hit space.
I think it's because of the space, yeah.
Can you click on it, though? Instead of, like, pressing space?
Oh, yeah, you can click.
There you go.
Okay.
It's just that we want to see the graphics, the beautiful graphics.
Okay, sorry, I did show this for the YouTube watchers.
It actually did a great job, even like building the pipes. It's got like the wider rim on the top of it and everything. Yeah.
It's definitely really good. Like attention to detail.
Damn, Qwen.
Yeah,
And
honestly,
I
I
don't
did
even
not expect that this would work. Like, I thought that the
Yeah.
orchestrator would over-engineer, and after all of these tasks without any supervision, like, it did a bunch of code. It created a lot of tests. It did a bunch of edits. And even without any intervention from us, the site,
It's trying to fix it.
compiled.
It's analyzing for potential issues in debug
Just-
mode.
Look at it. It's looking at the collision detection issues. It's a little bit happy right now, and
Well, I mean, I did just give it a pretty open mandate here. Okay.
Let's look at the other games.
This definitely is Snake
not
is not
working.
doing so well. Tic-tac-toe. We have instructions. Play again.
You know, that
Boom.
actually
Boom.
reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember, but when
Oh,
3.7 came out, Sonnet 3.7, it was a really happy model. It would try and fix everything and implement
it did.
tests. Yeah. So it feels kind of like that.
Well, in all
The-
fairness, I think that I might have killed this by stopping it before it was done its excessive output. I mean, this is beautiful.
Look at the animation and stuff in the background. It's so good.
Yeah.
Dang. Well,
I mean, it finished Flappy Bird, and it's pretty good. Like the graphics and the physics. I mean, it's really decent. Look, it
Got a little
even
cloud
made
in
the bird itself. It has a, you know,
reverse beak.
when we
Yep.
tried with when we tried with Gemini, I feel like it was just like a circle. But
Yeah.
this is pretty good.
I think
you're getting
Grok did the
skilled now.
worst. Oh,
And
yeah.
the pipes are all lined up so you can get through them. A lot of times you'll see it where they're like, there's no hole to get through. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is great. Honestly.
Okay, great. Someone asked about donating. We don't have a way to donate. We are going to have a cloud product that that complements Roo Code. It's not going to be like a new version of Roo Code that you have to pay for. It's basically some cloud services, and that is something people will be able to pay for. And we're looking at some different possible ways we could make money regarding embedding models and such, but we want to be careful when it comes to charging people for things that they could say, well, yeah, but you made it cost more by making it do this. So, that's why we don't want to sell API credits. So, okay, we've got 1 minute to go. Adam, closing remarks.
No, I appreciate you running that. That was fun going through Qwen3 Coder. You guys should definitely test it out. I think you are right, Murilo. Like, I think it's all about how you prompt it. And the way I work with it, it's very explicit. Like, I'm like, go do this particular thing in this particular file. That's just the way I work. So it works good for that.
Well, I mean, it worked well for, it was doing what I asked it to do. My scope was
It did a
very
great
wide.
job. Yep.
So,
It did an awesome job. And I bet from the beginning it was going to work, but you never know. So fortunately.
well, the impressive part is it's using all the modes.
Yep. The other thing is if you guys do try it, 0.7 temp is where it's at. You got to set it.
Okay.
Nice.
Override that temp.
We need to include that in the notes as well.
It really surprised
Thank you
me.
very much. Yeah?
Yeah. For a free open model, yeah. Well, free, not free, but cheap.
Free-ish, yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for Roo Code's Office Hours. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great rest of the week.